So this is how a hero ends up.
You really think he's a traitor?
Shh. Quiet with that kind of talk.
Imagine a year packed with groundbreaking adventures, heart-racing action, and jaw-dropping visuals. 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting years in gaming history. From long-awaited sequels to brand new IPs, developers are pulling out all the stops to deliver some of the most ambitious projects we've ever seen. But with so many titles on the horizon, which ones should you be hyped for the most? Stick around as we count down the 25 most insane games coming in 2025. You definitely don't want to miss this. Welcome to the channel. If you love gaming, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest gaming news. Now let's dive right in. 25. The first Berserker, Khazan. If you're a fan of brutal melee combat and deep RPG mechanics, this one should be on your radar. The first Berserker, Khazan brings a dark fantasy setting with visceral combat and immersive storytelling. Expect a gripping single-player campaign, strategic weapon-based combat, and stunning visual effects that bring its world to life. Fans of hack-and-slash titles like Dark Souls or Devil May Cry should keep their eyes peeled for this one. 24. Borderlands 4. The Borderlands franchise is known for its chaotic gunplay, wacky humor, and unique cel-shaded art style, and Borderlands 4 promises to take everything to the next level. Expect millions of over-the-top weapons, crazy new vault hunters, and an expansive galaxy-spanning adventure that will push the series' trademark co-op gameplay to new heights. Gearbox is also promising enhanced RPG elements, deeper skill trees, and an even crazier story filled with bizarre characters and unexpected twists. If you love looter shooters, this will be a must-play. 23. Lunar Remastered Collection. Classic JRPG fans, this is for you. The beloved Lunar series is making a grand return with a full-fledged remastered collection, featuring enhanced graphics, fully re-recorded audio, and smoother gameplay mechanics. Whether you're reliving these nostalgic adventures or experiencing them for the first time, expect beautifully reimagined 2D sprites, modernized battle mechanics, and an epic fantasy story that stands the test of time. If you've been craving a return to the golden age of JRPGs, Lunar Remastered Collection should be on your wish list. 22. Fable, one of gaming's most legendary RPG franchises, is finally making its return. Developed by Playground Games, Fable is being reimagined with next-gen visuals, an open-world Albion, and a dynamic choice-based system that lets you shape your character's destiny like never before. Will you become a hero of the people, or will you succumb to darkness and rule through fear? Expect witty British humor, engaging real-time combat, and meaningful interactions with NPCs that evolve based on your choices. Fans of the franchise have been waiting for this moment, and 2025 might finally be the year Fable reclaims its throne. 21. Dying Light, The Beast. Dying Light, The Beast takes the parkour survival horror formula to terrifying new levels. With a massive open world, grotesque new zombie variants, and more fluid movement mechanics, this sequel is pushing the boundaries of what we expect from a zombie game. Expect expanded stealth mechanics, a revamped skill tree, and new brutal melee weapons to help you survive. And yes, nights are even deadlier now, with terrifying enemies lurking in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to strike. If you thought the first two games were intense, get ready. The Beast is going to be a nightmare you won't want to wake up from. 20. Capcom Fighting Collection 2. For fighting game veterans and newcomers alike, Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is bringing back some of the most iconic and obscure fighting titles of all time. With online multiplayer, rebalanced mechanics, and stunning remastered visuals, this collection is a dream come true for fans of Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, Rival Schools, and more. Whether you're reliving the classics or discovering them for the first time, this collection is set to become an essential addition to any fighting game library. Mine, The Sinking City 2, A Descent into Madness. this, the Lovecraftian horror returns in The Sinking City 2, promising an even darker mystery, deeper detective mechanics, and mind-bending cosmic horror elements. If you were captivated by the eerie atmosphere and investigative gameplay of the first game, this sequel is set to push psychological horror to a whole new level. This time, expect a city that feels even more alive, yet disturbingly unnatural. The developers have enhanced the open world structure, making exploration more dynamic and rewarding. The infamous sanity system returns, now refined to make every clue, encounter, and choice feel like a descent into madness. Teen, Shinobi Art of Vengeance, the return of a ninja legend. The legendary Shinobi franchise is making an epic comeback with Art of Vengeance, a fast-paced action game blending stealth, swordplay, and supernatural elements. If you're a fan of Ninja Gaiden or classic arcade ninja games, this is the ultimate ninja experience you've been waiting for. The game combines fluid parkour, visceral combat, and precise stealth mechanics, allowing players to choose between full-on combat or the way of the silent assassin. Armed with an arsenal of deadly techniques, including shurikens, kunai, and devastating sword combos, every battle feels cinematic and skill-based. Adding to the excitement, Shinobi Art of Vengeance introduces mystical elements, with the protagonist wielding ancient ninja magic, enhancing speed, striking with elemental fury, and even summoning shadow clones. The game promises an intense, high-octane journey of revenge set in beautifully crafted Japanese landscapes. Prepare to embrace the way of the warrior. This is Shinobi like never before. 17 Monster Hunter Wilds, a next-gen hunting experience. Capcom is taking the Monster Hunter series to an entirely new level with Monster Hunter Wilds, a massive open-world adventure set in a dynamic, ever-changing ecosystem. For the first time, the world itself plays a crucial role in how you hunt. Ecosystems are more unpredictable, with weather patterns that can alter terrain, create new hunting opportunities, or even turn prey into predator. AI-driven monsters will now react more intelligently, with improved pack behaviors, territorial disputes, and more intense battle sequences. Seamless co-op gameplay ensures that players can join forces at any moment, making team hunts feel more fluid and natural. The game also introduces new weapons, armor sets, and traversal mechanics, allowing hunters to explore environments in unprecedented ways. With breathtaking visuals, thrilling hunts, and the deepest monster ecology yet, Monster Hunter Wilds is shaping up to be a landmark title for both fans and newcomers alike. 16 Hell Is Us, a nightmare you can't escape from the minds behind Dishonored and Deathloop comes Hell Is Us, a mysterious psychological horror action game that defies reality itself. Set in a war-torn world filled with unexplainable horrors, players must navigate a land plagued by supernatural creatures, each representing twisted manifestations of human emotions. The game's combat is brutal and strategic, requiring players to carefully manage resources and time their attacks against terrifying enemies. Unlike traditional horror games, Hell Is Us embraces an open-ended structure, no quest markers, no hand-holding. Exploration is driven by curiosity and survival instincts, making every discovery feel personal and terrifying. With a hauntingly beautiful world, immersive storytelling, and mind-bending horror elements, Hell Is Us promises to be an unforgettable descent into madness. 15 Marvel's Blade. Marvel fans, get ready. Blade is finally making his mark in the gaming world. This highly anticipated action RPG promises stylish vampire hunting combat, a dark and gritty narrative, and the signature cinematic flair Marvel is known for. Developed by Arcane Lion, the masterminds behind Dishonored and Deathloop, you can expect fluid, immersive gameplay with a focus on stealth, supernatural powers, and brutal combat. Set in a haunting neo-noir city, Blade's mission to eradicate vampires will be packed with tense encounters, deep lore, and RPG elements that shape the story based on your choices. Will you go all in on your vampiric side or stick to your humanity? 14 Death Stranding 2. On the beach. Hideo Kojima is back with another mind-bending, genre-defying experience in Death Stranding 2, On the Beach. Sam Porter Bridges returns, joined by a new cast of characters, enigmatic threats, and landscapes that defy reality. Expect expanded traversal mechanics that make movement across treacherous terrain even more strategic, bizarre yet deeply emotional storytelling, and stunning visuals powered by the Decima engine. New enemy factions, evolved BT encounters, and possibly even deeper multiplayer integration could make this a true evolution of the original. Will we finally understand what's really going on in this world? Maybe not, but Kojima fans wouldn't have have it any other way. To teen ArcheAge Chronicles MMORPG fans, get ready for one of the most ambitious online experiences yet. ArcheAge Chronicles is set to push the boundaries of player-driven storytelling, crafting, and large-scale PvP battles. Built as a spiritual successor to ArcheAge, this open-world sandbox MMO boasts a vast, seamless world, deep economy systems, and player-built cities that shape the evolving landscape. From naval warfare to castle sieges, expect dynamic events that bring strategy, politics, and conquest to the forefront. The game aims to restore the glory of classic MMORPGs while introducing modern innovations in combat, exploration, and player interaction. 12. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Tactical espionage fans, rejoice! One of the greatest stealth games of all time is getting the remake it truly deserves. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is a faithful yet modernized remake of MGS3 powered by Unreal Engine 5. Expect stunningly detailed environments, refined stealth mechanics, and enhanced AI that makes every enemy encounter more intense than ever. The iconic CQC, Close Quarters Combat system, is getting an overhaul, and the game will retain the gripping Cold War era story that defined Naked Snake's legacy. With fully voiced characters using the original performances, Delta aims to preserve the essence of the classic while delivering a next-gen stealth experience. 11. Ghost of Yōtei. If you loved Ghost of Tsushima, this one should be on your radar. Ghost of Yōtei is an upcoming samurai action RPG set in feudal Japan, blending historical accuracy with supernatural elements. The game promises brutal katana combat, breathtaking open-world exploration, and a story steeped in Japanese folklore. Think duels against legendary ronin, mythical creatures haunting the countryside, and an evolving world where your actions shape the narrative. With influences from Sekiro and Nioh, expect fluid, skill-based swordplay, and intense enemy encounters that test your reflexes and strategy. The game's atmospheric storytelling and hauntingly beautiful landscapes could make it one of the standout samurai RPGs of this generation. Doom: The Dark Ages, the king of first-person shooters, is back, and this time, it's medieval. Doom: The Dark Ages transports players to a brutal, dark fantasy world filled with knights, demons, and unrelenting carnage. id Software has taken the high-speed, adrenaline-pumping gameplay of previous Doom titles and injected it with a medieval twist, featuring devastating melee combat, brutal executions, and an arsenal of era-appropriate yet completely over-the-top weapons. Expect massive battlefields, towering bosses, and the most satisfying demon-slaying action the series has ever seen. New gameplay mechanics such as mounted combat, destructible environments, and siege warfare promise to add a fresh layer to the classic Doom formula, making this one of the most unique entries in the franchise yet. Players will also wield massive enchanted weaponry and use dynamic environmental interactions to gain the upper hand against demonic forces. With enhanced AI and an epic, lore-driven narrative, Doom: The Dark Ages aims to redefine the FPS genre once again. Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves. SNK's legendary Fatal Fury franchise is making a comeback, and it's doing so in spectacular fashion. City of the Wolves reintroduces fan-favorite characters with a gorgeous new 2D art style, fluid animations, and deep, satisfying mechanics that reward both newcomers and fighting game veterans alike. Featuring a revitalized combat system, online multiplayer, and a rich storyline packed with intense rivalries, this game is shaping up to be a must-play for fans of classic arcade brawlers like Street Fighter and King of Fighters. The game's mechanics have been reworked to introduce new super moves, enhanced parrying, and an innovative counterattack system, ensuring battles are more intense and dynamic than ever before. With rollback netcode and esports support, City of the Wolves is set to make a massive impact on the fighting game community. Expect a variety of game modes, including ranked matches, story-driven arcade battles, and in-depth training modes designed to help players master their favorite characters. 8. Crimson Desert. For those who love sprawling open-world RPGs, Crimson Desert is a game to watch. Developed by Pearl Abyss, this action RPG combines breathtaking visuals, a deeply immersive world, and fluid, realistic combat. Set in a vast medieval fantasy land, the game features an evolving storyline with complex characters, dynamic weather, and a rich combat system that allows for both brutal melee encounters and strategic long-range battles. If The Witcher 3 and Elden Ring are among your favorites, this is a game that should be on your radar. Beyond the main campaign, Crimson Desert will offer deep side quests, quests, dynamic NPC interactions, and a living world where your choices shape the environment around you. The combat system is designed to be a mix of traditional RPG mechanics and cinematic action, with seamless transitions between exploration, combat, and cutscenes. The game will also feature an extensive crafting system, allowing players to forge powerful weapons and armor to take on increasingly difficult foes. Multiplayer elements will further expand gameplay, allowing for cooperative exploration and large-scale battles. 7. Metroid Prime. 4. Beyond. After years of anticipation, Samus Aran is finally back in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Nintendo is bringing the franchise to new heights with next-gen graphics, immersive exploration, and a return to the franchise's beloved Metroidvania roots. Expect beautifully designed alien worlds, deep environmental storytelling, and intense first-person combat against some of the most formidable creatures in the galaxy. With new weapons, abilities, and secrets to uncover, this installment is set to redefine what a Metroid game can be. Expanding on the core Metroid Prime experience, this game introduces real-time weather effects, enhanced enemy AI, and an upgraded scanning system that makes exploration more immersive than ever. Players will encounter new bounty hunters, uncover deeper lore about the Chozo civilization, and battle against both classic and brand new alien threats. The game is expected to blend traditional exploration with cinematic storytelling, ensuring a thrilling sci-fi adventure. New traversal mechanics and a more interconnected world will add depth to the experience. Killing Floor 3. The Killing Floor franchise has always been a staple of cooperative zombie shooter action, and Killing Floor 3 takes the horror to the next level, featuring grotesque new enemy types, insane new weapons, and even deeper co-op gameplay. This installment amps up the intensity. The game introduces more advanced AI, more terrifying mutations, and even greater strategic depth. Whether you're a solo survivor or teaming up with friends, Killing Floor 3 promises non-stop action and chaos. The sequel will also introduce a new progression system, allowing players to develop unique skills, upgrade their gear, and experiment with various character builds. Expect massive boss fights, dynamic mission objectives, and a darker, more intense horror atmosphere that brings the terrifying Zeds to life like never before. The game will also incorporate survival-based mechanics where resource management and teamwork are crucial for enduring waves of mutated horrors. 5. Subnautica 2. Prepare to dive back into the deep in Subnautica 2. The survival exploration game that captured players' imaginations is expanding its underwater world with new biomes, creatures, and even more immersive mechanics. Expect upgraded survival elements, more complex base building, and new dangers lurking beneath the ocean's surface. With improved graphics, a deeper narrative, and expanded co-op features, Subnautica 2 is set to be an unforgettable aquatic adventure. New mechanics will include underwater vehicles, expanded crafting, and deeper environmental interactions, making survival both more challenging and rewarding. The game will also introduce multiplayer co-op, allowing friends to explore and survive together in a hostile oceanic environment teeming with unknown threats. The presence of new deep-sea horrors and secret alien ruins will add layers of mystery and suspense. 4. Marvel 1943: Rise of Hydra. Marvel fans, get ready for an explosive World War II adventure. Marvel 1943: Rise of Hydra places players in the boots of Captain America and Black Panther, two of Marvel's most iconic heroes, as they battle against the Nazi-backed Hydra organization. With stunning cinematic visuals, intense combat, and a deep narrative that explores the wartime struggles of these legendary characters, this game promises to deliver a gripping and emotional experience that Marvel fans won't want to miss. Featuring a mix of hand-to-hand combat, stealth missions, and large-scale battles, the game will allow players to control multiple characters throughout the campaign. The storyline will delve into lesser-known Marvel history, bringing a new perspective to the war-torn era while keeping the action fast-paced and thrilling. Expect moral choices and alternate story paths. 3. Wuchang: Fallen Feathers, a Souls-like adventure rooted in Chinese mythology. For fans of Souls-like action RPGs, Wuchang: Fallen Feathers is shaping up to be a must-play. Set in the final years of the Ming Dynasty, this dark fantasy adventure draws heavy inspiration from Chinese mythology, folklore, and history, immersing players in a hauntingly beautiful yet treacherous world. Players take on the role of Wuchang, a warrior afflicted with a mystical feathered curse, unraveling a cryptic mystery while battling against monstrous abominations and legendary warriors. The game's combat system blends fast-paced melee action with mystical abilities, offering dynamic weapon transformations and powerful techniques reminiscent of Sekiro and Bloodborne. Exploration is key in Wuchang, Fallen Feathers, with eerie, atmospheric environments ranging from haunted villages to ancient temples corrupted by dark forces. Every choice you make impacts the game's intricate karma system, influencing Wuchang's abilities, relationships, and ultimately, the ending. Players can expect deep RPG mechanics, allowing them to level up stats, master different weapon types, and unlock new combat styles that tailor the gameplay to their preferred approach. With its stunning visuals, complex lore, and brutal yet rewarding combat, Wuchang Fallen Feathers is shaping up to be an unforgettable journey for fans of Nioh, Wolong, Fallen Dynasty, and Elden Ring. 2. Cronos, The New Dawn, a sci-fi RPG with galactic depth venturing into deep space. Cronos, The New Dawn is an ambitious sci-fi RPG that blends narrative-driven gameplay, survival mechanics, and large-scale space exploration. Players take command of their own customized spaceship, exploring a mysterious star system filled with political intrigue, hostile alien species, and uncharted planets. The game's branching storylines are heavily influenced by player choices, determining alliances, betrayals, and the fate of entire civilizations. Inspired by classics like Mass Effect and Starfield, Cronos, The New Dawn aims to push the boundaries of sci-fi storytelling and immersion. The game features fully customizable ships, allowing players to upgrade engines, weapons, and defense systems for space combat and exploration. Crew management is also essential, as players must recruit specialized crew members, each with unique skills and personalities that impact mission outcomes. Survival elements add another layer of depth, requiring players to manage oxygen, energy, and ship integrity while traversing the vast unknown. Combat takes place in both space battles and ground missions, where players can board enemy vessels or engage in tactical firefights. As they uncover the secrets of an ancient spacefaring civilization, players will encounter morally complex choices that shape the fate of the universe. With its expansive world, strategic gameplay, and rich sci-fi mystery, Cronos: The New Dawn has the potential to be a genre-defining experience for fans of the Outer Worlds, No Man's Sky, and Cyberpunk 2077. 1. Days Gone Remastered, a second chance for a cult classic. The beloved open-world survival horror game Days Gone is making a much-anticipated return with Days Gone Remastered. Originally released in 2019, the game gained a cult following due to its compelling post-apocalyptic narrative, intense biker survival mechanics, and massive zombie hordes. The remastered edition promises enhanced visuals, new gameplay features, and refined mechanics, providing both newcomers and longtime fans the ultimate Days Gone experience. Graphically, the remaster takes advantage of next-gen hardware, featuring 4K resolution, improved lighting, and highly detailed character models. Gameplay has also been refined, with smoother motorcycle controls, improved enemy AI, and expanded combat options that make encounters with freakers, zombies, and hostile human factions even more intense. In addition, Days Gone Remastered introduces new story content, side missions, and weapons, adding further depth to Deacon St. John's gripping journey. Players can also expect a performance boost, with a 60 FPS mode ensuring fluid action, especially when facing hundreds of freakers on screen at once. While the original Days Gone had a mixed reception at launch, it later developed a passionate fanbase who appreciated its unique blend of survival mechanics, emotional storytelling, and vast open world. This Remastered Edition offers a second chance for the game to reach a wider audience and potentially set the stage for a long-awaited sequel. For fans of The Last of Us, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Dying Light, this is the perfect opportunity to dive back into the harsh, zombie-infested world of Days Gone. With these 25 incredibly diverse RPGs, a dark fantasy Souls-like, an expansive space odyssey, and a remastered survival horror adventure, 2025 is shaping up to be an exciting year for gamers. Each title offers a distinctive experience, from brutal melee combat and mythology-inspired storytelling in Wuchang, Fallen Feathers, to space exploration and strategic decision-making in Cronos, The New Dawn, and finally the adrenaline-fueled survival horror of Days Gone Remastered. Which one are you most excited for?